And a critical moment in the presidential race. NBC News has learned President Biden will step aside as the presumptive Democratic nominee. He will suspend his bid for a second term, and instead he will pave the way for a different Democratic candidate to face former President Trump this November.
After Joe Biden stepped down, Kamala Harris became the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, and not everyone is thrilled. These two black callers on The Breakfast Club expressed how most black people feel about a Kamala Harris presidency.
A woman brought up for president, and I'm grateful for that. However, does that mean I was on the fence even with Biden running again? Because everyone talks about, oh, let's get the black vote, let's get the black vote, and they get the black vote and nothing changes. And when I say nothing, I mean our education system. Our children are suffering in New York City public schools. And let's talk about services. My brother's paraplegic. He got hit by a drunken driver. It's very hard for him to get services. And I understand that they allow the migrants to come in, but they come in and they just overwhelm them with services. And they forget about the people that are already here. So what's going to change with that? What are they going to do with the black agenda to help our children that's struggling in New York City public schools? They're not even on the same level as other kids in other countries. And that's what my concern is. So is something going to change because Kamala's running instead of Biden? Like, help me out. We're confused here.
Well, those are all valid questions. A lot of those things you named are local issues, though. That's stuff you should be going to your local government with.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this? Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your name, bro?
My name's Callie. What's up? Good morning. How y'all doing?
Callie, good morning. What's your thoughts, brother?
Callie.
Hey, man, I just want to say y'all the GOAT. Y'all been helping me survive mornings for a decade now from college to work. So I just want to say that.
We old, baby. Let's go.
Thank you, Callie.
Just new, but we old. We ain't old.
Hey, man, oldness is greatness, you know?
You already know.
I don't think America's ready. I don't think America's ready for a female president. You know what? I'm a black man, and I absolutely do not want another Democratic president in there. I think we should give the Republicans another try. There's a lot of agendas that the Democratic Party has kind of put into place that I don't support. I think they're destroying the black man. They're destroying the black family. I think they're ruining our country. And if you're living in New York like I am, man, this place is a financial nightmare, not to mention crime. I think if we put Trump back in there, man, it's going to be amazing. Kamala cannot do what he's going to do to bring this country back where it needs to be. And this is not a race thing, because that's the number one thing they like to say when they talk about Trump and how he's a criminal and blah, 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 blah. I don't think any of that matters. His policies are what we need to focus on, and he's going to get us back where we need to go. Kamala is not ready.
And this is how many more individuals and groups feel. One prominent and dissatisfied group is the BLM.
Black Lives Matter says Dems are party of hypocrites for installing Harris sans public voting process.
Even though Kamala was a huge supporter of their work in 2020,
They're not going to stop. And this is a movement, I'm telling you. They're not going to stop. And everyone beware, because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that they're not going to let up, and they should not. And we should not.
they, like many other people and groups, are disappointed that the Democratic Party chose Kamala Harris without a single vote.
Democrats, we don't live in a dictatorship. Delegates are not oligarchs. Installing Kamala Harris as the Democrat nominee without any public voting process would make the modern-day Democrat Party a party of hypocrites.
And I honestly believe they are right.
No, actually, I think they want me to wrap it up. Thank you for watching, everybody.